So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Bale looking to play it. Now, who's going to be first to this? This time, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Well, nicely intercepted. Barcelona could counter here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he get it through? Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this lad, Dominic Szoboszlai, is someone I'm going to keep an eye on here. I like the fact that he's one of the cleanest strikers of the ball, which really shows in both his passing and his attempts at goal. And I can see him drifting in and out, receiving the ball, driving forward into those half spaces and looking to deliver the key pass or get one away himself.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That's destined for the flank. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, easy pickings there. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Baresi. Look at this, and Hullet! Oh, denied, brilliantly!
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bale. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Hullet. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Vardiol. Nicely shaped ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And he goes cross-field.
Well spotted.
Scholes. That's going wide left. Now Costa Curta. Saliba. Now it's Van Basten. He's beaten the last man. Good read, needed to be. Guardiola can get it clear. Vieri. Lampard. And smartly reclaimed. Nice looking ball. Lampard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Hullet. And here's Lampard. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Vieri. And this is Hullet. Hullet! It's Bale! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. There's the shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Barcelona have their third corner. Can he finish? He's having a pop! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lampard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona get their fourth corner. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Zanetti. He's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Now it's Bale. Hullet! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Barcelona really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. We're on the move again.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He won't be happy with that one. Szoboszlai. Guardiola is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And they're back on the ball again. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a lovely, neat pass. Scholes. Bellingham, looking to pass their way up the pitch.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And this is... And a chance! Superb goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
That has not gone well. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Forlan, always looking for that half a chance.
332.
Pinches it off him. And it's Soboslai. And here's Van Basten.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Soboslai going forward. Gravenberg. And here's Bale. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Van Nistelrooy might just make this. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Zanetti, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Van Basten. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nesta gives no quarter whatsoever.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well read, nice interception. Big chance! And that's a tidy finish. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 5, Soboslai.
So we have
Number
movement on
14,
both benches.
Bale.
We're looking
Number
at a
12,
different game now.
Van Basten.
Well, this is to be expected,
Number
Peter, when you've
21,
got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Number
The outcome
22,
should all come down to finishing.
Coming on the field, number 15,
Barcelona clearly are
Neymar.
pushing for the win here,
Number
Peter.
20,
It's making for a very
Mbappe.
frantic end to this game.
Number 18, Filippo Inzaghi. Number 6,
Filippo Inzaghi.
Kukçu.
And
Number
the
7,
shots!
Pedri.
And how did he not put that away?
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Forlan. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's come to nothing. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And here's Inzaghi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That is a brilliant interception. And he's heaved it away. Now who's going to be first to this? 5 minutes left on the clock. And here's Mbappe. And he can thump it away. Gravenberg. And this is Inzaghi.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Forlan picks it up out wide. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So here comes the ultimate emotional roller coaster ride at the end of it all. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he has done his bit.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Forlan is the next to run the gauntlet. Oh, it's saved! Straight at the keeper.
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Arsenal are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Up by 2. The lead now is 2.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter. Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
Arsenal with this chance to pull 2 clear. Two up.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match.
I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
This to double their advantage. Oh, you're not going to save that. They're up by 2.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter. He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
It's in. Pick that one out.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
Khan must save this. It is that simple. The decisive moment. So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their parts in a terrific struggle admirably. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. And Bellingham! Goal! Arsenal! Extraordinary start, breakthrough in next to no time.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry and great confidence.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already. Bellingham. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Szoboszlai. Baresi tries to clear. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Pass somewhat off target. Saliba. The ball's gone astray. Lampard. Costa Curta. Bellingham. And it's Bale. And here's Van Basten. Pull it.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Szoboszlai. And he skips past his man. And he's managed to get free. He's fizzed it forward. And they're back on the ball again. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time.
Takes a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Bale, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a lovely, neat pass. Shot at goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And this is Vieri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gravenberg. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Szoboszlai. Scholes. Szoboszlai. Oh, this is a terrific run. Bale is onto this. Bellingham. Played out towards the right wing. And that's played in low. And he can thump it away. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking for the run. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Van Basten. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now that looks... And the shot! Euphoria! Utopia! And they are cavorting! Again, in a trice! And they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
A case now of complete control. And beyond the defence. Scholes. Barcelona are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Bale. And it's Zanetti. Guardiola. And it's Lampard. Goes for goal! Great strike, the test for the keeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Szoboszlai. Van Basten. Guardiola. Oh, this looks sharp.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he was alert to it. Bellingham. Bale. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Down to business again. 45 minutes to change their fate. Gravenberg has created one goal already. Zanetti. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's in a great position here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Played through into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Gravenberg. Some resolute defending there. That's a lovely pass. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's very neat. Can he finish? Scores! That's brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Bale, and it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
O'Shea knocks it into... and Hullet! And he cuts out the supply. Bellingham.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Hullet.
The attendance
Now it's Vieri. Searching passes played there. Great ball. Lampard! And he steered it beyond the post.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 5.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 14, Bale. Number 12.
Tries to play it through. And he's found a way
22,
past.
Bellingham.
Pass is just off
Number
target.
21,
Barcelona have it back. And Van
Coming on the
Nistelrooy!
Number
Oh, the ball's
15,
run loose here.
Neymar. Number 20,
Filippo Inzaghi going about things with real menace.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Fermin does really well to win the ball there. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Forlan. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Oh, great feat, that.
Is there any support? He might not need it. He's on it, can he get away? Looking tidy in possession here. He's having a shot! And that has faded wide.
Substitutions taking place.
So we have further activity on the bench here. That has been cut short. Counts. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, and the shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kessié. And it's Inzaghi. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through?
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
He might be in here! Driving through the middle. And he's quick to get rid. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well-timed, excellent interception.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Neymar, Filippo Inzaghi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Dink through. Forlan. Guardiol. Now it's Forlan. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Keeper's dealt with that. Back. Oh, what has happened here?
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Nice control. Guardiol. Piqué. Counts. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Has been indicated.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good take, and is he in? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And time is up. Barcelona suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. We are just getting started. Shot a goal! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
22, Bellingham.
So, a breakthrough already. Leicester spots it and intercepts. Now it's Hullet. Over to the right flank. Tries one from range. Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He leaps for it. Oh, denied brilliantly.
O'Shea clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, he's having a go. Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bellingham. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And this is Hullet. And claimed it back swiftly. Vieri. He's looking wide. Hullet. Rijkaard. Bellingham. For Bale. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Vieri. And Hullet! Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here? And the shot! And he's following up! It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And here's Hullet. Bale. Shot. Hullet! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Bellingham. Scholes.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And they've switched it over to the other side. Gravenberg. Szoboszlai.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Arsenal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Bale going face-to-face with his great rival.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Piqué makes the interception. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Vieri, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Gravenberg. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Zanetti. Delivers the ball.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, they could break here. Now it's Vieri! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
That's a little off target. Now it's Bellingham. Half-time getting close now. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Quality ball. He's being urged to shoot. And he can thump it away. Vieri gets a foot in here. That's an imaginative pass.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And this is Hullet. Hullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Barcelona come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Hullet. And the pass is intercepted. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Has a look and plays it forward. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Driving forward. O'Shea proves too strong, too smart. And here's Hullet. Now it's Vieri. He's found a way through.
Vieri clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Rijkaard does really well there. He is strong. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Zanetti cuts out the pass. Gravenberg. Bale. Van Basten. Now Costa Curta. Saliba. And it's Gravenberg. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lampard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Knocks it into space. Scholes. Bellingham going forward. Out towards the flank. Van Basten. And that's a throw-in.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 12, Van Basten. Number 14,
And it's Kukçu.
Bale.
It's made its way to him.
Number 22, Bellingham.
Forlan.
Number 21,
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Soboslai. Coming on the
Shifted it to the
field,
flank.
number
Fermin
18,
gets into a good position.
Filippo Inzaghi. Number 20.
Well, it's definitely the right
Mbappe.
attitude and
Number
application,
7,
Peter. They've got to
Pedri.
keep pushing.
Number
This is
6,
a really front-footed
Kukçu.
approach.
Number
Well, the question
9,
now is whether they
Rodrigo.
can sustain it.
Substitutions taking place.
And he welcomes it in.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's found space here. Barcelona could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And that has been cleared. Now it's Lopez. He's having a shot! And no mistake. Do not write them off. Back they come. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, I just think it was really good movement, but I think a couple of defenders got caught ball watching there when they should have been picking up the danger man.
Is number 9.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Barcelona really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. That's a cute ball. Spread neatly. Forlan. Very nicely done. Ball is over the line.
Substitution.
Real chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
There will
Now
be
it's
1 minute
Mbappe.
added time.
Pedri. And he's managed to get free. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, it was a pretty engaging game that flew by. The separation now is left to penalties.
So a massive effort from both sides, and their reward is the agony of penalties. Filippo Inzaghi is over the first kick. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Oh, great save! That is a great save! Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Made it look easy.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
So on to the second man. So both teams on the board. Kukçu is third in line.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked a spot, and didn't change.
Count is the third man to step forward.
I actually think he was quite brave to do that, Peter, but it was the right result.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. Oh, it's a really good save.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
Fermin is fourth up. Big character, big moment, big save. Pedri, the last of the designated five.
Yeah, looks so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
The margin of error is 0. No! Saved it! And their fate is sealed! So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion, and it counts for nothing. So, Jim, quite a game, decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Only allowed in the areas shown in this map.
Barcelona really
for your
must be
cooperation.
wondering how different this all could have been had they taken their chances, Peter. But it really was fine margins all round, I suppose. You know, having been on both ends of such results in my career, I can't help but feel for these boys.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.